is Amaya. There are three parts to this examination. Don't worry if I interrupt you at any time, as timing is quite important. Candidate A, what's your name?
Héctor Galván González.
Candidate B, and what's your name?
Panduro.
Okay, first of all, we like to something about you. So I'm going to ask you some questions about yourselves. First, candidate A. How have your hobbies changed since you were a child?
I think my hobbies didn't change. They keep the same. Yeah.
And now you, candidate B.
I think now I do less things. Like when I was a child, I used to do like more variety.
Okay, candidate A. What sports did you do when you were a child?
I used to do football, soccer, swimming. Also, I did basketball and running.
Okay, now you, candidate B.
I used to do karate, basketball, volleyball, and that's
Okay, now, candidate A. What are the qualities of a good student?
I think the qualities of a good student are to be responsible and dedicate time to the school.
Okay, now you, candidate B.
I think a good student should have an interest in the topics and like study like every day and that.
Okay, thank you. Now, in the second part. In this part, I'm going to give each of you two pictures. I would like...
Good afternoon. My name is Amy. What is your name?
Héctor Galván González.
First, we'd like to know something about you. How do you like to spend your evenings?
I like go to my sport. It is gymnastics. And if I don't go to gymnastics, I spend time playing video games or doing homework.
Do you prefer to spend time on your own or with other person?
It depends what I'm doing. If I'm playing video games, I prefer doing it by my own. But if I go out, I prefer going with my friends or my girlfriend.
Do you like cooking?
I don't really like cooking, but it's because I need to have time for it. Yeah.
Are you going to do anything special this weekend?
No, I won't do anything special. Maybe some friends of my family will go to the house, but no, nothing special.
Tell us about a film you really like.
I really like a film Watchmen. It is about superheroes of DC.
How much TV do you watch in a week?
I don't really watch the TV. I use the TV to play video games, but watch it I don't really.
Do you use the internet much?
Yeah, I use the internet to see videos and stuff like that.
Do you ever listen to the radio?
Yeah, I like to listen to the radio with my dad and
Okay, thank you.
okay.
Okay.
In this part of the test, I'm going to give you, to give to give you two photographs.
Okay.
I would like you to talk about your photographs and your own for about a minute. Okay. Okay. Talk about the the images. Tell us
The
something.
first one, there's a football player. I think he's injured, or you are just he fell. There is a maybe a doctor from there, or the train team that is helping him. And in the second one, there is a old woman that I think is looking for help with a policeman, maybe some directions to go somewhere.
Okay. Now, how important is it to help people in these situations?
I think the first one is very important because he lived from football, his work and his life. I think he don't have any other thing where he gain or have that money. And the second one is very important, help all people because they maybe have
Okay, thank you. I'd like you to imagine that a town wants more tourists to visit. Here are some ideas they're thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
Can I keep the image?
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think you have to spend a lot of money to? No, that's not. Now, talk to each other about why these ideas will attract more tourists to the town. You can talk with me.
Okay. So I think maybe the nightclub will not attract other tourists, but because it will need to be very big or something special, bring some famous people to to have attention of other persons
I
out.
think so too.
Okay, maybe.
Now, you have to have about a minute to decide which idea will be the best for the town.
May I see the?
No.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
But
Are
just
you?
for 5 seconds.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry.
Which is the best? Which is the best idea?
I think it is supposed to be in Mexico, the town, or where?
In your town, I
In my
think, yeah.
country.
Yes.
Okay. So I think maybe the cameras will be important because Colima is known of its insecurity and the police that is always out there in the city, or maybe the holiday flats that it says, because Colima doesn't really have something interesting. Yeah, maybe Manzanillo is interesting, but the capital isn't that interesting.
Okay, now I'm going to do some questions about holidays. Do you think you have to spend a lot of money to have a good holiday?
I think it depends where you want to go, but if you don't really want to go out of the city, you don't need to spend a lot of money.
Okay, some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
I think that maybe that's their opinion, but it doesn't need effect if I go out or something like that.
Okay, do you think people have enough time for holidays these days?
In work or in school or
In everything,
In everywhere.
in a yes, like in work or school.
I think maybe in work they don't have enough time because my mom that works like a doctor have only I think she only has 2 weeks for vacation holidays, and I don't think that's enough for her.
Okay, why do you think people like to go away on holiday?
Probably because they know enough about their city and they want to know more about other places.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest advantage of living in a place where there are a lot of tourists?
The biggest advantage, I think, maybe the politicians will try to do something to attract even more tourists, and the city will have more technology probably.
Okay, what can people do to have a good holiday in your country?
I think the interesting parts of Mexico are the ruins from Yucatan or from Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun or something like that.
And what about Colima? What do you think it's a good place for a tourist to visit?
I think Manzanillo maybe because of the beaches and stuff like that, because I think La Campana or places of Colima doesn't are that interesting and doesn't they aren't that big like Tenochtitlan for Mexico City.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test.
Good morning. My name is Héctor. There are 3 parts to this examination. Don't worry if I interrupt you at any time, as timing is quite important. Candidate A, what's your name?
Amy Eileen Oregon Campos.
Candidate B, what's your name?
Amaya Aguirre.
Okay, so we are going to start with you, Amy. How have your hobbies changed since you were a child?
When I was a child, I used to play tocho, and now I prefer the volleyball.
And you, Candidate B?
I think that I still have all my hobbies.
Okay. What sports did you do when you were a child?
When I was a child, I used to play tocho, how I just said.
And you can.
I used to do gymnastics, ballet, and swim.
What's the most interesting place you've ever been to?
I think in LA, in the United States.
I think it could be Janitzio in Michoacán.
Do you normally celebrate special occasions with friends or family? And why?
Yes, with my family, because we are actually like a really close family, and with my friends, I'm not used to celebrate it.
With my family, we always celebrate everything that as birthdays and things like that. And with my friends, when I need to celebrate something, I used to hang out with them.
That's it. Second part. In this part of the test, I'm going to give you each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner photographs. Okay? Okay. How important is it to help people in these situations?
I think in the case of the football player is really important because he needs to keep playing, and he has to be keep playing, but like safely. And in the other one, it's because the lady is like asking for instructions on the police, and I think that's important because the police has to help everyone.
Okay. These are your pictures. What are the people enjoying about spending time in these gardens?
Maybe they like to see how all their effort is giving good things, and they really appreciate the that plants and things like that.
The second one?
Okay.
The second one, they are just putting all of their effort on the garden, and I suppose that they enjoy to be there and do their garden jobs.
Candidate B. Do you find it easy to ask for help when you have problem?
Yes, I don't used to have many problems because I do similar things all day. But when I do something new, I prefer to ask for help.
Candidate A. Which garden would you prefer to spend time in?
I think in the second one because it's bigger.
What else?
And because it's bigger and I can do many things play with play volleyball.
Okay. Now in part 3, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Okay. I'd like you to imagine that the town wants more tourists to visit. Here are some ideas they are thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the desk. Okay. These are the tests.
Yes. So,
Now we'll talk to each other about why these ideas will attract more tourists to the town.
about the security cameras, I think for that it's good to feel like more secure in my house or my town.
I think the boiling nightclub is also important because tourists is one place that are always like looking for in every town or in every place.
That
So I
they
think that one is important for the entertainment of the tourists.
Yes. And then the other one, I don't remember.
May I see the picture? Okay, having more shops, I think it's
It
important
is
too.
attract for the tourists, like to go
Yeah.
and spend time looking.
Yeah,
at-
because the shops that are like in their origin places are in our town, it's like more attractive for them. Like they can buy the same things that they buy in their original town, you know?
Yes. Now,
And providing parks, I think it's also important because all of the tourists, well, most of them they have like kids or like
little or children.
children. Yes,
Yes, sorry.
most of them have kids, so I think it's important to have the kids getting entertained
And
while
in a
they're
secure-
enjoying other things in the
yes,
town.
in a
Yes.
secure park.
Yes.
Now, building holiday flats.
I think building holiday flats is important too because it's like
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which idea will be the best for the town.
Which area?
Yeah.
it's the best. I think the best is putting up security cameras because it's like
It's
the security is a situation that tourists always say about it. Like in an example, like in Mexico is really insecure. So I think that's really important.
yes.
Every town.
Because the tourists are important for every city to have
Yes.
more tourists, and I think with the security cameras they would feel
Yeah, of course.
safely.
Okay. Now in part 4. Okay. Do you think you have to spend a lot of money to have a good holiday?
I think it's not that necessary because it's like I think holiday it's about spending time with your loved ones in general. So I don't think it's like that important to spend a lot of money in holidays.
I don't think that is important, but it also can give you more opportunities to know more of the city you're visiting, or to have like to tourist plans that they go to visit important things of the city that some of them have a cost.
You're so smart.
Some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
I don't think that's relevant for the other people. I think that's like spending time in another town or in another place is just for fun and for enjoying yourself and your family. So I don't think it's that important to get people to know that.
It's not obligatory to do something on your holidays. I think the same as Amy. It's just like free time to spend with your friends, family, and important people.
Why do you think people like to go away on holidays?
Because it's interesting to visit other places and know of other places.
Yeah, I think it's like interesting or fun to get in another place that it's not your origin town. So I think it's that like to know new cultures and new dishes and things like that.
What do you think is the biggest advantage of living in a place where there are a lot of tourists?
Like, can you repeat the question, please?
What do you think is the biggest advantage of living in a place where there are a lot of tourists?
I think there's not a lot of advantage because it's so in the holidays your town is like always full of people, of tourists, and that's like it could be like really uncomfortable. So that's
But for the shops, I think that's good for them move money and I think it could feel good to show some of your city to other people, to tourists.
What can people do to have a good holiday in Mexico?
in Mexico. I think they can visit places like lakes or like beaches and like try new dishes and try the new cultures that are really different in Mexico.
Can you repeat the question? I forgot.
What can people do to have a good holiday in Mexico?
Oh, I think try the dishes and try things new that they don't have on their cities.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. That is the end of the test.